you gotta stay in, and you know where I live. Yeah, you know what we is. Sometimes you gotta stay in, and welcome to my house. Baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go. Welcome to my house. Play that music too loud. Show me what you do now. We don't have to go. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. Morning comes and you know what you are. Stay.
The road to Revelations 10 continues here tonight on DCA Wildcats. Thank you for joining me for another episode. This is D-Wall here with you on commentary, and to say that we have a stacked night for you would be an understatement, because tonight Heron is in the building and she has promised to call out Akira Yukimura after what happened at Gateway to Heaven. That is going to be an explosive confrontation to be sure. And that's coming up later on tonight, but that's not all. We also have some very important matches heading into Revelations 10. As you saw on social media, the Devils 30-30 is not only going to be happening for the takedown side for the Celestial Championship, but also for the Fever title. But the difference is there will be qualifying matches for that coming up here tonight. But we're kicking off the night with this woman right here, Nicole Natasha, who returned at Gateway to Heaven and won the Gateway to Heaven briefcase, as you see right there in her hand. And that means at Revelations 10, it is now official. Nicole Natasha will challenge Beatrix Decker for the Wildcats Championship, a rematch from Redemption, but with much higher stakes. Can Nicole become a two-time Wildcats champion, or will Beatrix Decker once again make Nicole another victim? If you remember, at Redemption, Nicole won that ambulance match, but only because Beatrix herself walked into the ambulance. Nicole was unable to compete. She had to give up the Goddess title, and instead of getting a rematch for that title, she gave that chance up for a shot at the Gateway to Heaven ladder match, and she was successful. And now we are going to hear from the War Goddess. Well, she calling out the champion. And is Beatrix going to come out? Well, the lights are out. This can only mean one or two things. And there's the music. Question is, are we going to get a sneak attack, or is Beatrix going to come out and entertain Nicole's offer to join her in the ring? Beatrix has been a buzzsaw the last 2.5 years in the VWU. And there she is, the current DCA Wildcats champion. The two-time Wildcats champion, mind you. Because remember, she won that belt once before, but gave it up. Much like Nicole won the Goddess title at Redemption, but she had to give it up. But both situations are very different circumstances, obviously. But now, this is a different woman than the woman back a few years ago. And whether Nicole wants to admit it or not, she may also be a different person after what happened to her. But word through the grapevine is the Nicole that we saw at Redemption wasn't the one that Beatrix wanted. She wanted the Nicole that's always been in this company, the one that people say is the heart and soul of this place, in terms of she's never let this company change who she is as a person, her morals, her character. And through the grapevine, I heard that Beatrix was kind of felt disrespected at Redemption, not just because of what Nicole was saying about her being an easy win, but also just due to the fact that what Sierra had told her before the match made her not the same woman Beatrix wanted to fight. And I think that's what Nicole was referencing just a moment ago. She wants Beatrix to come out here and see that she is the woman that Beatrix wants to fight, that Trixie wants to fight. We are back. This is DCA Wildcats, and we just saw that confrontation between the champion and challenger for the Wildcats title at Revelations 10. And that's going to be a very personal match, to be certain, as the Blood Queen and the War Goddess go to war for the Wildcats championship. And I hope Nicole this time knows what she's getting herself into. But right now, as I was saying before Nicole came out, the Devil's 30-30 match, 5 women are going to go into that match with the Fever champion Suzuka for that title. And coming out first is the Revolutionary Runner Faith Connors, former Wildcats champion.
Those words coming from you.
We are back. This is DCA Wildcats, and we just saw that confrontation between the champion and challenger for the Wildcats title at Revelations 10. And that's going to be a very personal match, to be certain, as the Blood Queen and the War Goddess go to war for the Wildcats championship. And I hope Nicole this time knows what she's getting herself into. But right now, as I was saying before Nicole came out, the Devil's 30-30 match, 5 women are going to go into that match with the Fever champion Suzuka for that title. And coming out first is the Revolutionary Runner Faith Connors, former Wildcats champion. And she's on her way out to the ring. She made a great impression in the Gateway to Heaven ladder match, was unsuccessful, but the 2 women that are fighting here tonight were in that ladder match, and now they have an opportunity to go to Revelations and compete for the Fever championship. Now, the rules of the Devil's 30-30 match, I know on Takedown I said it would be revealed soon, but I have been told that the rules for the match will be set at the show itself. So the competitors in the match don't even know what the rules are until the match happens. And I think that's just to keep everyone on their toes. But now, here comes what anyone would tell you was the dark horse in that ladder match. Kiva Andrews. Kiva Andrews, former Run for Rebel, former Rising Star champion, has been on a mission to show that she can be in the main event level, and she has been doing that the last few months. Competing against the likes of Carmen Cortez and Annie Cortez in the Gateway to Heaven ladder match. But now she has an opportunity to go for the Fever Championship at Revelations 10. And for both of these women, this is a big, big match. Because everyone's trying to notch their gun. Everyone's trying to get on that card. I mean, later on tonight, if you saw social media, you saw a very surprising match that's happening tonight. Kim Possible makes her return to DCA for the first time since last season, the end of last season. For those of you who don't know, she got injured in that match at Revelations, had to take time off, and she's back. And she's looking for one more opportunity to go to Revelations and compete for a championship, which many people in the back are saying could be her last opportunity to do so. But in order to get that opportunity, she's going to have to go through a woman who, for all intents and purposes, has been causing a bit of havoc on the Takedown roster. On the Wildcats roster, excuse me. But she will be making her debut here in DCA in an official capacity, in an official singles match coming up tonight. But right now, I'll get to that in just a second, because right now Kiva and Faith are going at it. Kick to the midsection and a shot to the back. And now Faith from behind, no. Kiva kicks away off the ropes and flapjack. And then do a quick cover here. One. No, only a 1 count. Again, it's very interesting how all these matches are going to take place. We also have a big, important tag match tonight that was made at Gateway to Heaven. It will be American Obsession going up against the Wildcats Tag Team Champions MJCO. And if American Obsession wins, then they will get their shot at the Wildcats Tag Team titles at Revelations. We already know one team that has already advanced to that because of their win-loss record. Sakura Hagiwara and Reiko Hinamoto are already in the match. So as of right now, it is just those two against the champions, Kayla and Bree. But if American Obsession win tonight, they get their shot. It will turn into a triple threat. We already know there is already one fatal 4-way tag ladder match coming up at Revelations on the Takedown side. And we already know one team that's going to be in that, and that is Too Wicked. So I think Shazine wants it to be a multi-person, or in this case, multi-team ladder match this time around, but American Obsession has to earn their way in. And I'm just going to go ahead and assume that if they don't get the job done tonight, then another team will have an opportunity to qualify for the match instead. But to be honest, this is all American Obsession's fault, because if they didn't attack the champions before their scheduled title match, they might be champions right now. Cover. 1, 2, off the flapjack, just a 2. So again, very, very interesting circumstances coming here tonight, but that's what the Road to Revelations is all about. Belly-to-belly suplex gets countered. And now, Faith takes down Kiva. And now Faith, look at this, just kicking away at the face. And big splash. And a big enziguri. And then the throw. Not even wasting time is Faith Connors. But again, tonight, a big qualifier for the Devils 30-30. Not just this one, but Kim Possible against the debuting Naomi Mizuhana, who has been causing a lot of mischief around VW lately, but now she's got a shot to be in Revelations 10 if she wins tonight. And she gets a chance to shut the door of the potential last chance for Kim Possible to get a title opportunity. And a spear by Faith. Cover. A hook in the leg. There's 2 and only a 2. And as I said at the top of the show, we will see Eve Heron later on tonight, and she has promised to call out Akira Yukimura after what happened at Gateway to Heaven when Akira was assaulted by Eve in a barbed wire baseball bat. We are going to see those two in the same ring at the same time, and I shudder to think what will happen when those two get in the ring later on tonight, because Akira, despite everything that's happened in her life over the last few days, has promised to be here tonight. So it's going to be a very interesting set of circumstances as Kiva with the DDT 2 in a row onto Faith, and Faith is laid out, and that might be it. Cover. 1, 2, no, just a 2 count. Kiva Andrews, one of the most dominant, one of the most lethal women on the roster. That's a 3rd DDT and a cover. 1, 2, no. Also tonight, while I got a little bit of time, there's another qualifier for that Devils 30-30. It will be Amy Lynn and Nova Kane one-on-one. So you want to talk about a very important match. And our main event, Amber Stevens and Ayumi Otanashi, 2 women who were unsuccessful over these last few months in championship matches, will get one more chance to potentially go for a championship at Revelations against each other. The winner of that match will face Megan Van Horne for the Goddess Championship at Revelations. So we're going to find out a lot of matches for Revelations here tonight. There's a cover by Faith and a 2 count. So you picked a great time to join us, ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary pals alike. It is a great time to be a follower of DCA and all of the content here on the channel. There's a cover off the DDT in the corner, 2 count. So if you could do us a favor, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you know when new videos come out, because they're going to be coming fast and furious in these next few weeks leading into Revelations 10 in April. There's the cover off of another DDT working on the head and neck, and you know she's going to work on that head and neck for her finish, the Rebel Yell, that discus lariat that has brought her so much success here in this company. And now, Irish whip off the ropes, trying to go for that belly to belly, but nobody there. And now schoolgirl roll up, but Kiva's reach able to have her hands under the bottom rope. Kiva running in, and another DDT. And that has been a great tactic going into this match. It has been her bread and butter, if you will. She going back to those DDTs, going back to the head and neck of Faith. Especially considering that both of these women cannot be 100%, even though it's been a few weeks. They still can't be 100% after what happened at Gateway to Heaven in that ladder match. And now Kiva taking a page out of Eddie Mack's book. Not that he literally did it in his actual life, but do a barrel roll, please. Rest in peace, Eddie Mack. Well, we miss you, buddy. Always will. Kiva now throwing Faith back in the ring, and it may only be a matter of time before the Rebel Yell is incoming. Or not. Faith with a bulldog, but no, Kiva right to the knee. And that's going to slow Faith down, or maybe I spoke a little bit too soon. Sky high. Cover. 1, 2, 2.5. And now Faith's got to be asking herself, what does she have to do to put Kiva away? Kiva, obviously one of the most resilient women on the roster. She ducked out. She not even ducked out of it. She just tossed Faith aside while she was getting out of the way of that spear. And now a neck breaker again on the head and neck. And the cover. 1, 2, no. And the big boots right to Faith's head. And now another quick cover. Another 2 count, though. And Faith ducked under that clothesline and gets a big toss onto Kiva. And now what's Faith thinking here? Faith just pounced her again. She has, oh wait, maybe I spoke a little bit too soon. I thought Kiva was going to get back in the driver's seat, but obviously that is not the case. Faith again going for this, pounce again. And usually Faith is not the most powerful woman, but what she lacks in power, she certainly makes up for in speed. And now, what's she thinking here? Slingshot into the middle rope. And now can Faith? Is she going for Mirror's Edge here? No, Kiva's getting up to her feet. Wisely, or maybe just, oh, never mind. I was going to say it might be just out of deliriousness or out of instinct, but Kiva was able to catch that power slam, and now catching the foot of Faith, spins her around, and now Kiva with a jackknife pin, keeping her feet away from the ropes, keeping her arms away from the ropes, but there's a sunset flip counter. 1, 2, no, just a 2. Faith off the ropes, went for a boot, nobody there. Kiva now trying to take advantage, striking away at a knee that sets her up for a Saito suplex. Cover. Again, working on the neck of Faith, but it's not enough for 3. And now Faith is in deep trouble. Just rolling to the apron out of instinct alone, if anything else. Oh no. Oh no, this isn't going to be good. DDT on the apron. And Faith, whether she wins this match or not, is going to be feeling it for weeks. You can see her holding her head. You can see her holding her neck. And you got to wonder how much more can Faith possibly take. Her neck has been compromised. Oh, no. And this isn't going to help. Pile driver. And that might do it. Faith's got to be done. 1, 2, and no! And I don't blame Kiva right here. I really don't. This is an extraordinary amount of resiliency from Faith, but there's the sky high. Kiva might have taken her eyes off the ball, and that might cost her. There's the mirror's edge. Into the cover. 1, 2, got her. Kiva took her eyes off the ball, even though I can fully understand it. I can understand why she was so frustrated, but she still took her eyes off the ball for just a second, and that's what cost her in this match. Let's just call it what it is, folks. She had the match in her grasp, but it was her taking her eye off the ball and getting frustrated with the official that made Faith have just enough to take advantage and get the win. And now Faith Connors is moving on to Revelations 10, where she looks to once again win another championship on that show. She won the Wildcats title at Revelations. She's going to look to win the Fever Championship next. But she's still got a lot of other women lined up. And this is what I thought would have done it. That's pile driver right there. But the fact that she kicked out caused her to take her eye off the ball, and that was the mirror's edge that did it. And Faith is now moving on to Revelations 10. A well-earned victory for Faith. And again, like I said, she's going back to the big dance, but she's still got to await 4 more people to qualify for the Devils 30-30. And also, she's got to go through the Lotus Collective's Suzuka to win that title. Sending a message to Danny Gibbons. She's not finished yet. And honestly, I don't blame her after what Danny did. But we saw what happened at Gateway to Heaven, where Danny was about to come out when James Dark wanted some assistance, and Sin was there to meet her. So obviously it's far from done. But right now, we're getting into that tag match that I mentioned earlier. And here comes the former two-time Wildcats Tag Team Champions. Former DCA Wildcats champion Ellie Rose on the right, and the current Purgatory Pro Women's Champion Envy Price on the left. American Obsession. These two. And yes, Ellie lost a bet, so that way she has to wear Envy's shirt, just so you're aware. I don't think she minds too much. She's been begging for new merch for months now. Anyway, these two, the happy couple, if you will, have been causing havoc since they came back at Redemption in the middle of this season. And the one thing that they've wanted are the Wildcats Tag Team Championships. They feel they are the best team in VWU today. But to do that, to prove that, they've got to beat the current DCA Wildcats Tag Team Champions. MJCO have held those belts for a good majority of this season. They said they were going to take over the tag team division, and that's exactly what they've done. And now we await the champions. And here they are. SVR Sugar Kayla on the left, and the phenomenal one, Bree George, on the right. MJCO. One of the most prominent teams, two of the most prominent women in the community by far. And they came in and said exactly what they were going to do, and they did it. And they are the Wildcats Tag Team Champions, and no one's been able to beat them since they won those titles. But at Revelations, they have a huge test ahead of them because it's already been made. The ladder match, it will be these two, along with Sakura Hagiwara and Reiko Hinamoto, and one other team. Will it be American Obsession? Will it be another team? It all boils down to this one match. Here we go. Bell rings, we are underway, and we are kicking it off with Bree and Ellie. Moonsault. And you know Bree and Kayla have got to be upset because the last time that these two were even in the same building together, it was an all-out brawl all through the building, and the tag title match that was scheduled never even happened. And that's why Shazeen had enough and said, okay, you want to play that game? We'll play that game. You want your title shot? You lost out on it, but because you couldn't wait. So now you got to earn it. And now Kayla's in the ring, and look at this teamwork from these two. You want to talk about a cohesive tag team? You've seen it right here. And now Kayla with the big right hand into the cover on Ellie. Not even a 1 count. And another right hand. I told you, the champions are in a mood tonight. Hip attack. And now on the apron rather, and a frog splash. And Ellie has not been able to get any offense since this matchup started. But maybe now she can have an opportunity after Kayla missed that neck snap, and there's a back suplex. Ellie Rose, like I said, a former Wildcats champion in her own right. A lot of women on the roster, a lot of fans wrote her off a few years ago. It was becoming a meme. Whenever Ellie would show up, people would ask, I thought she wasn't on the roster. She proved people wrong when she beat Devataki at Revelations 8 to win the Wildcats title. Then was beaten by Elvana at Proving Ground to lose that title. And now she's back teaming with her fiance, Envy Price, to become tag team champions for a third time. Meanwhile, Bree and Kayla have been dominating the scene in the community, not just as tag team wrestlers, but as singles wrestlers as well. And you know it's only a matter of time before Bree or Kayla or both are in line for singles gold as well. But right now, they have made it their priority to elevate the tag team division, and in my opinion, they've done just that. And now Envy with a double jump moonsault, catching Kayla on the rebound as she was trying to get to her feet. And a stomp right to the arm. And another one. And now, finally, Envy and Ellie has gotten some momentum back on their side, but they have to sustain it, because remember, if they don't win this match, they could be out of Revelations entirely. And you know that's something that both women will not be allowed to let happen. And now Lariat's in the corner. And now a back suplex. And now Envy taunting Bree, and that's not a good thing. Now Bree George is in the ring. And Bree's not going to have any of that disrespect. We love Bree George in this house. We always have. There's a moonsault. Into the cover. Will they shut down? Nope. I was going to say, will they shut down American Obsession's chances here, but not yet. And what's Bree thinking here? Rolls through into a suplex. More like a modified Falcon Arrow if I want to be specific about it. And now, looks like Bree rethinking her strategy, and a big clothesline. The airtime that she got on that one. And now Bree ringing the arm, slinging her down, kick to the back. Tag in to Kayla. And Kayla, I don't think she saw the tag. Ellie Rose is in. Ellie, DDT. Kayla did not see that blind tag. He caught it in the corner of the screen there when Envy dove to tag in Ellie, and that's just the momentum that Ellie Rose needed. And now Ellie, what's she thinking here? Irish whip. And now Ellie, flatliner. Now Ellie sending Kayla into her corner. And by her, I mean Ellie's corner. In comes Envy, kick to the midsection. And now Kayla looking to come back here. DDT! And now what's Kayla thinking? Off the ropes, big missile drop kick. And Envy, literally and figuratively, is on the ropes, or maybe I spoke too soon. Cross body, but Envy was well out of the way. And right hand, and Envy Price, the more roughneck member of the two. Ellie, I could say, is the more technical aspect. Envy just likes to punch you in the mouth and not feel sorry about it afterward. And now Ellie taunting the crowd. A mixed reaction for Ellie. They may love Ellie for her underdog mentality, but they don't like the current mentality that she's got teaming with Envy Price. But hey, they're about to be married, so you know, can you really blame Ellie on that front? There's a knee, only a 1. And now, what's going to happen here? Fireman's carry. Oh, and a knee right to driving her face right into her exposed knee, or at least as close to it as she could have gotten. And now what's this? Kayla with a Michinoku driver. Oh, Ellie got back up. And it looks like Ellie might be cut open from that knee. I wouldn't be shocked by it at all. And roll through cutter out of nowhere. Roll through stunner, I should say. Apologies. Kayla is on fire, and Envy had to get tagged in right there because Ellie was out of it. Super kick. And now Envy off the ropes. Went for a 450. Nobody there because Kayla got out of the way, and now she's rolling back in the ring. And now twist of fate connects. The cover, but Ellie right there to break it up. And Ellie does not look good right now, I'll tell you that. That knee cut her open good, and that cannot spell good news for American Obsession's chances of going to Revelations with that cut. And look at this, picking her up by the nose and then slapping it. You think Brie and Kayla have any respect for American Obsession? I don't think so. I mean, after what's been going down the last few months in the tag team division, it all started with these two teams. And like I said, Sakura and Reiko, the reason that they're in the match at Revelations already is because they've had a better win-loss record than the other teams have. Super kick avoided. And now, air raid crash. Ellie clearly the more fatigued of the two, especially with her bleeding. And now Kayla's tagged back in. And now back inside the ring. What's this? Went for a moonsault. Maybe he took a little too much time to do so. And now Ellie's going to have a chance to come back here. Irish whip in the corner, but no. Kayla with a big elbow. And now Shining Wizard. And that's not going to help that bloody face of Ellie at all. Tag made. In comes Brie. And Ellie is not in a good spot right now. And another knee to the face. Opening that cut up even further on the forehead of Ellie Rose. And if you're Envy Price, what can you do? All you can do is just stand on the apron and hope that she can tag in at some point. But with Brie just continuing to pound away. Look at this, just now repeated face washes on that cut. And then another one. Ellie is getting wrecked right now. And now went for the swanton. But Brie got nothing but the mat. And now Ellie, OCD out of nowhere. Connected with it. And no. That might have been Ellie and Envy's best shot right there. But it was not to be. And now you have to wonder, what can they do to get to Revelations after that? And now Envy's in the ring. Ellie again, like I said, bleeding. Ellie on the apron. And that might be the best thing for her right now. She cannot keep going for an extended period of time. And now Envy trying to open Brie up, trying to give her a taste of her own medicine, try to get revenge for her fiance. And now Envy, what's she thinking? GTS! She won her women's title with that move. Bree's down and she's not out yet. And Envy has got to be, she's thinking, what the hell? Oh, and Bree got out of the way of that Meteora. And now, outside the ring goes Envy. Remember, no countouts in tag team matches. They can fight out there as long as they want. But as long as the pinfall or the submission happens in the ring, Bree gonna take her frustrations out on Envy Price. Look at these forearms right to the face. You want to talk about a hard-hitting match, you're getting it right here, folks. Bree telling Envy how she feels. And now Envy gonna tell Bree how she feels right back with a DDT. And now, oh God, what a shot in the corner. But Bree trying to come back. Bree now, oh my goodness! Bree with a cutter. Most unique cutter I've ever seen. But that's Bree George for you. And now, what's this? Double team. Oh my goodness. And now, Kayla, what's she thinking? Maybe going for a little five-knuckle shuffle here. Shades of one of the greatest of all time. And now, in the corner, no, elbow, Envy looking for something here, no, gets kicked away. And now more strikes. And now Kayla with a right hand. Envy's down. Kayla's up. What's she thinking here? Envy's up to her feet and went for the axe handle, but Envy just out of instinct got out of the way, but it's not going to help her here for the unprettier. And it looks like if I can get a good shot at it, Envy's busted open also. Both members of American Obsession are bleeding. And I think that might just be payback from MJCO after what has happened these last few weeks. It looks like her nose. Bree taking Envy down, and Envy now rolling to the outside to avoid a pinfall, saving their chances of going to Revelations. But if you know anything about the worst Envy Price, she's not going to give up without a fight. That's for sure. She's not going to let a cut or any kind of broken nose potentially stop her from getting this opportunity. Now Bree up top, and there's the swanton she tried for earlier. The cover, but Ellie right there to break it up. Ellie Rose saving her team's chances of going to the big show. And I'm not talking about, anyway, there's a Uranagi slam. Cover. 1, 2, and again, just a 2 count. That's what this matchup means. The importance of going to the biggest Revelations of all time. It means the world to both of these two. Both of these two teams want it that bad. There's a Michinoku driver. Ellie tagged back in and gets kicked in the face immediately. Didn't even waste a second, and Envy didn't waste a second breaking that pin up either. Ellie is down, and she's already bleeding. Wait a minute! That's Lexi Gates! Lexi Gates taking out Envy. If we can get a camera on the other side, Can we get a camera on the other side? Because, yes, that's Rianne taking out Brie. The Hated Gates sending a statement of their own. They said they were going after the tag titles, and that's exactly what they're doing. This match, unfortunately, has been thrown out. But the Hated Gates weren't gonna, I guess they weren't gonna wait in line. Ellie's already out and taking out Kayla inside the ring. The Hated Gates are also former tag team champions. And quite clearly, they want in the conversation. And if they feel like they have to wait in line, they, I guess, are just going to take it themselves.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bizarro ICCW.
When I talk about it, carries on, reasons only new. When I talk about it, Aries or treason's already new. Been me to talk about it, I could stand to prove. If we can get around it, I know that it's true. Well, I talked about it, carried on, reasons only new. But it's you I fell into. Well, I talked about it, carries on, reasons only new. When I talk about it.
We are back, and what a stunning turn of events just before the commercial break. The Hated Gates attacking both American Obsession and the tag team champions MJCO during that important tag team match. And I don't know what Lucinda and Shazine are going to do, because the Hated Gates, they haven't earned an opportunity to be in the tag title match at Revelations. Maybe they would have gotten an opportunity, but I don't know if they're going to get one after that stunt they pulled. And then American Obsession were supposed to, if they won that match, then they would have gotten a shot. But they didn't win because there's no contest. So I don't know what the hell that means. So hopefully we can get an update before this night is over about what they're going to do about this situation. But the Hated Gates clearly just threw the entire tag team picture into flux right here with what they did. But right now we're getting into another Devils 30-30 qualifier. Here comes Nova Kane, a woman who has done absolutely anything it takes to be a star here in this division over these last few weeks and last few months. She beat Ovana at Shattered Midnight to get into the ladder match at Gateway to Heaven, but was unsuccessful in her attempts to get the briefcase. But now she's got an opportunity to potentially get into Revelations anyway in the Fever title match. But to do it, she's got to go through a woman who she has not beaten yet. She's beaten Ovana. She's beaten Selena. But now she's got to go through this woman. The Cheshire Cat of the Looking Glass, the Shadow, Amy Lynn. A former Wildcats champion, and a woman who says it's about time that she starts going back for singles gold. And Amy Lynn, you know for a fact, wants to get to Revelations. And this is going to be a very interesting contest, to say the least. Both of these women have never fought one-on-one. And once again, Novocaine finds herself on the wrong side of the looking glass, whether by accident or on purpose. Amy Lynn, she doesn't care about what problems Novocaine seems to have with Ovana. She just wants to win. Here we go. Novocaine and Amy Lynn one-on-one. We're going to see how these two stack up. It's a collar and elbow tie-up. Amy Lynn, obviously the more experienced of the two when it comes to the in-ring standpoint, but at the same time, don't count out Novocaine. A lot of people have over these last few months, but Novocaine has proven to be a very dangerous woman in that ring. Ovana still has not, we have not seen Ovana on camera since that attack. Since the loss, I should say, not just an attack, but a loss at Shattered Midnight to Novocaine. A match, mind you, where Ovana lost so much blood she had to go to the hospital afterward because of how much blood she lost in that match. And I think that's why she hasn't been seen since. Novocaine, I guess, feels like she's gotten Ovana in the rearview mirror, and now she can focus on her own singles gold, and that includes the Fever Championship, as she's wrenching the arm of Amy Lynn. But I would not count Amy Lynn out just yet. She's a former Wildcats champion for a reason. She may not have held the belt long, but she's still a threat to anybody on this roster. Former Wildcats tag team champion as well. And Amy, you know, she wants to move up. She respects her sisters in the looking glass, but at the same time, she understands that at some point, it was time to go back after singles gold herself, and that's exactly what she's trying to do. But Novocaine is not going to let that happen without a fight. Irish whip, just running off the ropes, missing that heel kick, and now going for something, but gets a double leg takedown, and now Amy Lynn just striking away. And now Amy Lynn continuing to pour the pressure on. Went for the knee, nobody home. And now Novocaine's going to give us some strikes. And a big backbreaker. Cover. Only a 1 count. It's going to take a lot more to put Amy Lynn away, and I think Nova understands that. She knows that. And now Nova right to the arm, trying to slow Amy Lynn down. And now Amy running in. Nope. Caught the forearm. And now big backbreaker again. Slap to the face. I don't know if Amy Lynn respects Novocaine's wrestling abilities or not. But regardless of that fact, I don't think she underestimates. Nova's abilities. Amy Lynn knows that Novocaine is talented. It's just her attitude that a lot of people don't like. There's a brainbuster. Cover. There's 2. No. And I can understand Novocaine wanting to be a star, wanting to be in the main event. But the way she's gone about it over these last few months is what people don't like, what people don't appreciate. Amy is literally here tonight for one thing and one thing only, and that is to go to Revelations. Novocaine it's not just about going to Revelations. It's about sending a message to the rest of the locker room that she's the next big star. And I've said it before, Nova might be the fastest rising star in the last year and a half in the Wildcats division. Whether she did it the right way or not is your prerogative. It's your perspective. But the facts are the facts. Novocaine came in as a virtual unknown, won the Rising Star title when it was the Rising Star title, and ever since she lost that title, she has gone to any lengths to become a top star here on the Wildcats division, going so far as to target main event stars like Ovana, simply to show that she is on the top of the food chain, that she wants to be there and stay there. Here's a cover. 2, no. And quite frankly, it's an understandable thing to be a top star, like I said, but it's just the way that Novocaine has gone about it. Amy Lynn, on the other hand, she has not been near the Wildcats title in years. She's not been towards a singles championship in years. And now I think that she feels like since she's more stable in the looking glass, that she can now go back for singles gold and feel more comfortable about it. And now look at this camel clutch, trying to make Nova humble. Nova trying to make Amy humble, I should say. Just wrenching back. But Amy Lynn able to get out of it. And a Russian leg sweep. Cover. 1, 2, no. And Nova just sitting back waiting. I mean, this methodical attitude of Novocaine, like I said, you may not like it, but it's gotten her success on this roster. Big knee lift by Amy Lynn. And now Amy telling Nova to get up. Again, I don't know how Amy Lynn feels about Nova's wrestling ability. I don't know if she's got a problem with her like all the other members of the Looking Glass do. But either way, Amy Lynn, I think, is putting that to the side in order to focus on going to Revelations. Look at this. Big drop kick. And now, look at this. Drop kick. And she got all of it. I mean, she got every bit of that drop kick. And now, got her up and got her down. Cover. 1, 2, no. And now heel kick again. Nobody home. No, an elbow doesn't connect. And now Amy Lynn more strikes. As many as she can get at least. Now slaps to the face. Just more slaps. And then a judo takedown into the armbar. But no. Feet under the ropes. And that might have been the only thing that saved Novocaine and her arm. Went for the splash, nobody there. And now Nova has an opportunity here. Can she capitalize? Can she seize it? Russian leg sweep. And now off the double stomp. Oh, went for the crossbody, nobody home. But Amy still can't capitalize. She's trying to, though. From behind, teardrop suplex. Up top. 450, nobody home. Nova, big kick to the face. And I don't think Amy saw that one coming at all. Cover. 1, 2, no. And now Nova trying to take advantage again. Cover. Off the neck whip. Just a 2. And now what's she thinking here? Package pile driver, no, package backbreaker. 1, 2, no. And Amy Lynn struggling to get to the ropes. And that's going to leave Novocaine to choke her on the top rope. Not surprising from Novocaine at all. And now Nova waiting for Amy to get up to her feet. Went for a clothesline, nobody there. Amy off the ropes, drop kick avoided. Clothesline avoided. Amy off the ropes, drop kick again swatted away. Knee lift avoided. And now forearm. Amy, drop kick, no. Both women going for the home run, it looks like. Nova running in from behind. Nova, knee breaker, back suplex. Kick to the midsection. And now going for another one. No, crossbody counter. Nova back up. But Amy Lynn's going to keep the pressure on, and she's got to if she's going to go to Revelations. Kawada kicks now. Amy, Northern Lights suplex. Can't hold the pin, though. Again, one of these women, if you're just joining us, which, by the way, I don't know why the hell you're joining us now. You've missed a hell of a show already. Cover off the Michinoku driver, just a 2. Or Falcon Arrow, excuse me. One of these women will move on to Revelations 10 in the Devil's 30-30 match, which I said earlier tonight, the rules for that match will be revealed the night of the show. So everyone in the match is going to be behind the 8 ball. Keep it a little bit more mysterious, if you will. But the winner of this match will face Suzuka, the Fever champion, Faith Connors, who qualified earlier, either Naomi or Kim Possible, which is going to be our next qualifier, and then 2 more women that will qualify. Cover. 1, 2, no. And now Nova catching the kick. Look out. What's Nova doing? Butterfly face buster. Cover. 2. Just a 2 count. And again, Novocaine has been in control, but how much longer can she keep that? Oh my God. Caught the crossbody. Amy Lynn drives her down. Cover. That might be it. No, it is not. But Amy had a good stat cover there, but it just wasn't enough for the 3. And Amy saying it's about time to end this thing. But Nova not going to let it happen. Big heel kick right to the face. And she put all of it. She put all of that in there. And now just right hands to the face of Amy Lynn. And it looks like Amy's bleeding. We already had enough of that in the last match. But again, that's how much this Revelations card means to everybody. Everyone wants to be at Revelations 10. Everyone wants to be on this card. By any means necessary. And now Amy, can she hit this 450? Third time's the charm. Cover. 2. No. Just a 2 count again. And Amy now on the middle rope. Brett's rope, the most dangerous rope, doesn't get the the drop kick, excuse me. And look out. Oh! Sat down on it. But now Amy again coming right back, this time with a dragon screw leg whip. Amy now, snapmare, off the ropes, PK, and a double stomp. Hit that earlier to great success. Went for something there, nobody home. Caught the forearm. Went for a right hand, gets one right back, a left hand to be more specific about it. Amy Lynn again in trouble. There's a headbutt. I don't think Amy saw that coming. And now Nova, what's she thinking? Waiting for Amy to get back up, talking some smack at the same time. Typical Amy Lynn, typical Novocaine, even though Amy Lynn is prone to do some smack talk every now and then. And now Russian leg sweep again connecting. And now, no. Back and forth we go. Kicks to the midsection. Amy Lynn, what's she thinking? Double arm DDT. Cover. 2. No. Nova just getting the shoulder up. But just barely. Amy now in trouble. Novocaine, back suplex. Up top for Amy Lynn. Is she looking for that leg drop? No, elbow drop. Doesn't get it regardless. And just gets taken down. And no, nobody home there either. Again, this is how important this is to both of these women. Double underhook. No. Big clothesline. And now Amy Lynn again on Brett's rope. And there's the floor. My God. Put her all into it. And Nova again kicks out. Oh my God. Look at Nova's face. That is how much she got blasted with that forearm off the middle rope. And look at the scars on Novocaine. You know this has been a fight. There's a Lamaji straw cradle. No. And now, oh, wait a minute. A bangarang. Shades of former Wildcats champion Maimimi Ishibashi right there. Up top, no. Again missing, and now Nova gets an opportunity, numbed her up. And this might be the beginning of the end right here. Wait a minute. That's Juliet Starling's music. We have not seen Juliet and DCA in a while, but that distraction allows Nova to get hit with the last shot. Nova thought she was done with Juliet, but she apparently was not. There's another last shot. Amy Lynn with an arm over. 2. Amy Lynn is going to Revelations. Payback is hell for Nova Kane, because whether Juliet did it or not, she distracted Nova Kane, allowing Amy Lynn to pick up the victory. And now Amy Lynn is going to Revelations 10 to possibly become Fever champion. And this was one hell of a match even before that distraction. But Amy Lynn, just like Kiva did earlier, took her eyes off the ball. But that's what's happening. That's what happens when the heat of the moment in these environments, especially with the stakes being so high. There's the last shot, that second one, and that was it. Amy Lynn is going back to Revelations. Can Amy Lynn once again become a singles champion in DCA? We're going to find out this April. Oh, well, I guess we found our answer. And it looks like Juliet Starling has made a match for next episode with Nova Kane. We're finally going to get some resolution to this little issue, and Nova's going to have to bite the hand that she ended up doing something that she knew she was going to have revenge coming after her, and now it's come back in the form of Juliet Starling. And Juliet wants revenge, and she's going to get it on the next episode of Wildcats, one-on-one. And speaking of one-on-one, we are getting set for our next and final Devils 30-30 qualifier of the night. One debut and one return in this match. And on her way out to the ring first is a woman who's made quite an impression around not just VW but AES as well. She is known as the Hellion. Naomi Mizuhara. A woman that Shazeen put in this match. Why? I don't know. You got to ask Shazeen that question. And now, especially after what went down in Oseko's last AES match, now Nozomi is here in DCA and think about this, folks. In her first match, she could end up going to Revelations 10 and fighting for the Fever Championship. Naomi Mizuhana could be one win away from that happening, but to do it, she's got to go through a woman who's been through a hell of a lot to come back here. A mainstay in the Destiny Championship Alliance, a mainstay in Faces versus Heels. The KP experience has returned to the Destiny Championship Alliance. Listen to the ovation for Kim Possible. A woman who has come so close on so many occasions to winning championship gold, something she has never done. But she is back in DCA, and she said earlier today, this is my last shot. She knows she can't keep coming back and leaving and coming back, even though this time it was because of an injury. She knows this roster is moving faster. There's new people trying to come in all the time. If she doesn't win this match, it's her last shot. If she does win this match, Revelations is her last shot. Kim Possible wants this more than anything. But if there's anyone who may be the disruptor to this whole story, it is definitely Naomi. Here we go. The bell rings and we are underway. Naomi and Kim one-on-one. And look at that, Naomi just turning her back to Kim Possible, not even giving her any respect. And that might have been a ploy, and it definitely looks like it. There's a pin. Could be a quick win here. No. Naomi, known for her mind games. We've seen it in the past. But Kim Possible has seen it all and done it all in terms of not just this business, but her life. But again, she admitted there's only so many times that she could keep coming back to failure before people are just tired of seeing it, tired of seeing her. So something has to change, and maybe tonight is the beginning of that. But Naomi's not going to make it easy. Look at these chops. And look at this again, just the disrespect that Naomi feels for KP. Which, that doesn't shock me. Naomi doesn't really have much respect for anybody except for Akira, and that's pretty much about it, as far as I know. I don't think she much respects anyone else. And now Kim Possible going after the legs. We already know Faith Connors is in. Amy Lynn is in. And just the basis of winning or being the Fever champion, Suzuka's in. Got 3 more spots to fill in the Devils 30-30 match. But which one of these two will earn that shot? There's a cover. 1, 2, no. And like I said, if anyone's going to disrupt Kim Possible's potential journey towards a title that she's never held, it would be Naomi. And now Cam up top, big crossbody. And now sending her back inside the ring. Kim off the top, big drop kick, nobody there. Naomi able to just take a step back and now gives an elbow. And Kim literally on the ropes. And just raking the eyes. Again, nothing that you wouldn't expect from Naomi. And a neck breaker. Trapped the arms, gave her a neck breaker, the cover. There's two and no. And again, Naomi just continuing to pour the pressure on. Just not giving her any room to breathe. And I wouldn't expect anything less. In the corner. Oh. Elbow. Drop kick avoided. And now Naomi with these strikes. Drop kick. And a corkscrew shooting star. Again, you may not like Naomi's attitude, but she is a hell of an athlete. And now, head scissors. And big scoop slam. And Kim Possible trying to get some momentum back on her side. Double knees, cover. 1, 2, no. Just a 1 count. And now Kim's trying to get some momentum back. And now just continuing to pour the pressure on is Naomi. Obviously the better striker of the two. And now Kim getting taken out of the ring. And now Naomi might be looking to fly here and does just that. Again, Naomi is a hell of an athlete. Despite her attitude, despite the way she goes about her business. And Kim is on the ropes, back inside the ring. And now back on the offense. Cover. 1, 2, no. And Naomi just waiting for Kim to get back up. Uh-oh. A neck breaker again. But Kim breaking out of it with one of her own. Now Kim up top. Look out. Elbow drop. The cover. 1, 2, no. And Kim, if she's going to go to Revelation, she's got to think of something quick. And she's usually a very quick thinker, but when you're in the ring with a lethal striker like Naomi, that's hard to do. Another quick strike and putting the forearm in the face just to hold her down. 2, no. And you can see the frustration etched on her face. And now look at these strikes again. Not giving Kim any room. but wouldn't expect anything less. And now Naomi up top. Another elbow. 1, 2, no. Again, Kim gets the shoulder up. And Naomi's got to be thinking, what do I have to do to put Kim away? Kim with the knee, with the feet up, I should say, and the head scissors. And double axe handle. And big splash. And now Kim's the one showing some disrespect. Kim can be cheeky at times, that's for sure. But Naomi, I don't think is going to take that lying down. Wait a minute, no, Northern Lights but the ropes. And drop kick, no. And no. Fireman's carry takedown. And double foot stomp, no. Kick again. No. Again, Northern Lights. This time, trying to kick to the ropes. Can't get there. Just a 2. Couldn't kick her way to the ropes, so she had to kick out. Drop kick. And now, up top. What's Kim thinking here? Oh, wait, no. Naomi able to fight her way free. I was maybe thinking a belly to belly, or excuse me, a German suplex off the top. And now Kim getting out of the way of that dive. Up top. Big splash. 1, 2, no. It's a very interesting match we've seen so far, especially for a first time ever match between these two. It has been very, very physical. Kick to the midsection, blocked. And now Naomi's going to show her how it's done. Face buster. Off the ropes. Kick to the midsection, no. Again, KP able to block. And, oh, missed that kick. That one, though. And, again, corkscrew. And now, KP, Tiger Driver. 2, no. And a shot to the arm. Up top now. What's she thinking? On Brett's rope, the most dangerous rope. Trying to kick her away. And no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Dropped her on the back of her neck. That's got to be it. Oh, my God. How in the world is it not over? Well, Naomi's going to make sure of it now. That's got to be it. Cover, 2, no! And now, big knee. And the cover. 1, 2, no. And now Naomi's frustrated. even more than she already was. And now, head scissors DDT. And now out of the ring again. Oh, wait, no. Kim back in the ring. Clothesline. Kim now with the double foot stomp. And now, Kim, Irish whip, and stomps her down. Back and forth we go, folks. But that's what, again, I said it before and I'll say it again, that's what Revelations is all about. The road to the big show. And I'm not talking about the 7-foot one. And now, Kim with the meteor in the corner. What's Kim thinking here? Up top. And big splash. 1, 2, no. But Kim, every time it seems like she's got momentum, every time it seems like she's going one step forward, Naomi makes her go 3 steps backward. As you can see, look at that. Again, just disrespectful. And Kim, I don't think it's going to take that. Kim with a La Magistral cradle. 2, no. Kim now rolling through with the double foot stomp. But both women are down. They have taken a lot out of each other, but again, this close to Revelations. What else do you expect? And now no, kicked. Naomi trying to come back. Naomi, oh no. She's going for this DDT again. Bloody Sunday, and that has got to do it. Kim is out. Oh, but she's not done. Is she looking for another one? Oh no. She's just going for a pin. Just trying to steal it. No. Kim again fighting through the pain, fighting through the blood loss to win this thing. Oh my God. Kick to the midsection. And now a big kick to the face. One, two, no. Who is going to win this thing? I honestly can't tell you right now. Naomi kicks to the midsection. Oh no. What's she thinking? There's the scissors kick. And is she going for a second one? Yes, she is. Scissors kick connects. The cover. 1, 2, no. And Naomi is furious. And Kim trying to steal it. 2. No. Back and forth we go, and now it looks like we're going to get ourselves a little skirmish here, a little kerfuffle, a little brouhaha, a little Schmeckledorf, a little fist fight here on Wildcats. But again, that's the importance of this match. Both women want it that badly. And look at these two going at it. Who got the better of it? I can't really tell. Oh, no. Block the kick. Block that kick. Not that kick. Both women down again. Oh, what the hell? There's some technical difficulties or something. I don't know. Wait, Kim. Kim out of nowhere. What's the sitch? Out of nowhere. 1, 2, 3. I don't know what just happened, but no matter what it was, Kim Possible survives and is going to Revelations. What a hard-fought match this was. But whatever that was, at the end of that match, all that matters at the end of the day is that Kim Possible is going to Revelations. She said she had one last shot, and she looks to try and take it at Revelations 10. Give it up to Naomi, though. She gave it a hell of a fight, but at the end of the day, it only took just a split second for KP to take advantage. Look at this. This was after the technical difficulties. KP lines her up and watch the sitch. Drops her on the back of her neck. Cradles her tight and gets the win. And now Kim Possible. You can see the emotion in her eyes. She wants this more than anything. Will she finally hold gold at the end of Revelations 10? Well, Megan Van Horne won't have to wait much longer to find out who her challenger is for the for the Goddess Championship. Because we're getting right into it. Who is going to challenge the American Goddess for that championship at Revelations? We are about to find out, because here comes the Miracle Butterfly, Ayumi Otanashi. A woman who felt cheated out of the Goddess Championship when she lost that match to Megan at the 12-year anniversary show. She returned at Shattered Midnight after Megan pretty much broke Celeste Amira in half by power bombing her onto on the Spanish announce table that didn't break, and took out Megan. But now to get another shot at her, she has to win this match against a woman who you know cannot be anywhere near 100%. And there she is, Amber Stevens, who at Gateway to Heaven had one of the most violent matches I have ever witnessed with Beatrix Decker. A match, mind you, that ended up with Amber being not even powerbombed. First off, she had a flatliner put on her on face first into a 2x4 with nails. Then got powerbombed on that same board with nails, and then got kicked in the head twice. So again, to say this woman is nowhere near 100% would be an understatement. She just competed in Scarlet Row Wrestling against Tasha Barnett and did a hell of a job there, but that probably didn't do anything to help her injuries, if she's got any, which you know she does. And now she's got to go into this match with one of the best strikers in the game in Ayumi Otanashi. But if Amber wants one more title run, if she wants to go back to Revelations, where she's made her name on several occasions throughout the years, she's going to have to earn it. But can she? Here we go. The main event of Wildcats episode 235. It is Amber Stevens versus Ayumi Otanashi. The winner will face Megan Van Horne for the Goddess Championship at Revelations 10. We have already had a hell of a night tonight. We saw Faith Connors advance to the Devil's 30-30 match. We had Kim Possible advance just a few moments ago. As you see Amber backing up Ayumi into the ropes, and a clean break there. We had the Hated Gates disrupt a tag team match between MJCO and American Obsession, which Shazeen has stated she's going to have news on that situation soon. She's having meetings with everyone, really. With the champions, with American Obsession, with Sakura and Waco, with the Hated Gates. So we don't know what's going to happen, but like I said before, I don't think the Hated Gates have earned a title shot after what they did. I don't think American Obsession is going to be too happy about what happened, because they got screwed out of going to Revelations. MJCO aren't going to like the fact that they got sneak attacked again by another team, and then you got Sakura and Reiko on the outside looking in at all this mess. But anyway, like I said, the Devil's 30-30 match, you had Faith Connors advance to the match. You had Amy Lynn advance earlier after a Juliet Starling distraction, and you had Kim Possible, who advanced just a few moments ago. All of those women are challenged Suzuka, and we still got 2 more qualifiers to go. And now we have this. We heard from Nicole, Natasha earlier, and Beatrix Decker. Those 2 are going to collide for the Wildcats title at Revelations. And from what I understand, I'm just getting word through my headset that Shazeen will be speaking after this match. sometime after this match, we will hear from Shazine Freya, so we don't have to wait long to hear what Shazine has got to say. And you know when she speaks, people listen. And now, a little chain wrestling here between these two. Just because Ayumi is a hell of a striker doesn't mean she can't grapple with the best of them. But Amber and her MMA experience is going to come into play right now. That's for sure. As you see, Amber trying to get some momentum back, and there it is, taking Ayumi down and wrenching on the arm. And this is where Amber is at her best, when she's got you on the mat and she's got you in a position where she can do things like that. She has made a name for herself on that. But Ayumi's not going to sit idly by and let it continue as you see the strikes come into play here. There's a knee. And now what's this? Going for a big knee to the back of the head. And again, you know Amber cannot be 100% after everything that she's gone through in the last few weeks. She's had time to recover, but not by a lot, because again, she went through a war with Tasha Barnett in SRW, and now she's going into this match where you know Ayumi is not going to have anything held back against Amber here. She wants to go to Revelations just as badly as Amber does, but only one of these women will get that chance. Only one of these women will have that opportunity. And now right to the knee. And Ayumi trying to do what really Amber does. And that's kind of pick apart her opponent. But really, in this case, Amber's the one who's being picked apart. And rightfully so, again, with everything that's been happening. And there's that ground and pound that Amber probably has to do in this situation in order to get an advantage, because she's probably at a disadvantage from how many injuries she's got. She's got to rely on her striking, and that's exactly what she's doing. And now, again, relying on the striking, slowing it down, as you can see, big clothesline. And Amber in the driver's seat. But for how long? Ayumi now, arm drag. Amber on the back foot again. And now, big vertical suplex. Again, every time, wait, cover, 1, 2, no. Every time it seems like Amber's getting momentum, Ayumi just hits a couple of strikes and gets right back in it. And again, it's because wait a minute, Ayumi, look at that! She is not called the Miracle Butterfly for nothing, folks. Flying in midair. And now off the ropes, crossbody no. Amber able to get out of the way of that. And now again, using her MMA background, using her training to her advantage. We all know who she was trained by. Whether and everybody's got an opinion on her these days, especially after the recent announcement. There's 2, no. I'd love to hear what Amber's thoughts are on it, but that's for another time and place. Amber now sizing up Ayumi, but no. Ayumi now, big shot to the arm. Again, using her striking to her advantage, and now right back to that arm, trying to stretch them out. Look at this right here. Normally it's Amber's the one doing the submissions, but this time it's Ayumi, but Amber with a headbutt. Nope. Ayumi kicks to the midsection and a forearm, taking her in the corner, and now more knees to the midsection. You can see the welts already on the back of Amber. That's just how hard this match has been. Either that's how hard this match has been, or that's just the wear and tear on Amber's body showing up more easily because of how injured she is. There's the cover. 1, 2, no. And what can Amber do at this point to come back? That's the question. She's already behind the 8 ball in terms of her injuries. And there's a Northern Light suplex. There's a cover. Only a 2. And now Ayumi rolling out of the way. Ayumi and a knee, driving Amber's face right into her knee. We saw that earlier tonight. Ayumi now. Look at this again, right to the back of the head. Ayumi in complete control. Trying to throw Amber back in the ring. Back elbow, nope. Kick to the midsection. And now, right into the announce table. Up top, going for the crossbody. She hit it this time. 1, 2, no. That coast-to-coast crossbody, something Ayumi perfected in this company. Went for a kick, gets an elbow. Off the ropes, Ayumi. Leg lariat. Striker Sigma 5, I believe. Cover. 2, no. And Amber, again, just, you can see how slow she is to get up. But that strike may have taken everything out of Ayumi. Cover. 2, no. Another elbow. And now, going for this butterfly suplex. But got a backbreaker instead. Turned it into a backbreaker. Usually Ayumi does a butterfly suplex. Not to be this time. And Ayumi kicks to the face. And you can see, again, how the injuries have hampered Amber. She has not been in control for a good majority of this match. There's a kick on the rebound. And normally Amber would be able to dodge that. She dodged that double foot stomp, though. And now Amber, big Uranagi. And that might be it. 1, 2, no. Amber's got to hit big moves just like that if she's going to get anywhere close to the Goddess title. Went for the clothesline, nobody home. Ayumi off the ropes, went for that kick again. Nobody home. Amber now off the ropes. From behind, nope. Missed the clothesline. Amber gets clotheslined herself. And you can see Amber being a tad bit slower than she usually is. Missed the guillotine leg drop. Off the ropes, backstabber by Amber. Cover. 2, no. And now Amber doing what she probably would have done earlier. And that's wearing Ayumi down, working on the legs, trying to take away the Striker Sigma explosion. And now, back first into the turnbuckle. And Amber now starting to feel it. But she's got to take advantage and do it now. Because as we've seen in this match already, Ayumi will take advantage of any mistake Amber makes, especially considering of how injured she is. Amber running in, no, missing that Meteora attempt, and a knee to the back of the head. Again, this is not the Amber Stevens that we saw at Gateway to Heaven. This is an Amber who's clearly compromised and an Ayumi who's taking full advantage of it. And now Ayumi with a crossbody. And it may only be a matter of time, folks. I just got to be honest with you. Unless something drastic happens, Ayumi might end up winning this thing. Went for the knee, nobody home. Amber now from behind. Amber, German with a bridge. 1, 2, no. Amber again just doing whatever she can at this point. But Ayumi again just right back in control immediately. And now, oh, what is this? Look at this surfboard stretch. Just wrenching on every joint. And it is not looking good right here. Amber is trapped completely. But how much more can she take? She rolls out of it. And now Amber on Brett's rope. Gets kicked away. Amber kicks Ayumi away. And, oh my God! Meteora face first. Cover. That might be it. No. I don't know how in the world Ayumi kicked out of that, but she did. Ducked underneath the foot. And reverse DDT. Both women feeling the effects, but Ayumi obviously is the fresher of the two. And now, again, driving Amber's face, into Ayumi's knee. Missed the double foot stomp for a second time. Amber, power slam, cover, right away. No wasted motion, just a 2. And Amber can't believe it, but hey, I'm not surprised. Any of Amber's moves at this point have got to be having at least half of the effect that it usually would. And now Amber gets a knee right to the face again. Now on Brett's rope and a leg drop. Again, nobody home. And now Amber, look at this. Torture rack, powerbomb. Cover. 1, 2. Just a 2 count again. No. Elbow again. No, missing the enziguri. Just went for the super kick. Kick to the midsection. Here we go. Butterfly suplex. No! Butterfly gutbuster. 2. Oh, 2.5. What is it going to take? I have no idea, but right now, Amber is not looking good. And Ayumi, in contrast, is looking like a world beater right now. A former Fever champion in her own right. Former Queens of Wrestling champion. Ayumi Otanashi is one of the most accomplished women in the world. And she's going toe-to-toe with one of the best to ever do it on the DCA roster. Ayumi missing that kick and now gets a backstabber. And now, that's a little bit too far away, Amber. Up by Ayumi up top. Oh, what a kick by Amber. That might have been a ploy to get Ayumi to get up to her feet. I'll never know, but there's a King Kong knee drop. Cover. 1, 2. Again, not enough. And Amber, she's got to probably pull out something that Ayumi's not seen yet, because every time, again, I've said it before, every time she's tried something, Ayumi's just come right back. Look at these kicks. And now up top. What is Ayumi thinking here? Ayumi. Oh, no. Oh, no. Butterfly suplex from the top. And Amber smartly rolling in the ropes, because that would have been a pin right there and it would have been all over. And there's another kick. Ayumi up top now. Double foot stomp. Yes! Hits all of it. Cover. Crawling into the cover as fast as she possibly can, but only gets 2.5. And Ayumi now wondering what's it going to take. Missed the clothesline. Kick to the midsection. Shot to the midsection by Amber. Clothesline avoided. Now, knees. Again to the midsection. Went for the leg drop. Nobody there. And a clothesline. And another one. Amber starting to get momentum back here. And she needs to. Oh no, Ayumi's up. Both women challenging each other, right hand. And it looks like we may have ourselves a little skirmish, a little kerfuffle, a little brouhaha, a little Schmeckledorf, a little fist fight for the second time tonight. But I don't think, normally I would take Amber in a fist fight, but I don't know if it's a smart idea at this stage with how beaten up Amber is right now. And now here we go. Both women obviously weary. And look at how slow these strikes are from Amber. So now she just goes right to the body. And now Amber in the corner. Exploder suplex, but that took everything out of her. Both women are down. And oh, Ayumi's back up. It kicks Amber right into the corner. No, kick to the face by Amber. And now Amber, what's she thinking here? Going back up top. She hit a King Kong knee drop earlier. Amber, no, she jumps back down. Going back up. Ayumi now running in. No, Ayumi missing that. And Ayumi running in, arm drag. Off the ropes. Kick. And a knee to the midsection. And that had to be out of desperation for Amber right there. Amber, tilt-a-whirl backbreaker caught her. Shades of Zack Stone with that tilt-a-whirl backbreaker, and also shades of Zack Stone with the elbow from heaven. Cover. 2, no. One of her signature moves, one of Zack's signature moves, but it was not enough for the 3. And now Ayumi missing that, no. Amber with the kicks to the hamstring. Oh, missing that kick. Gets her leg swept out. Ayumi running in, no, gets stopped by Amber. Amber went for a knee, got caught. Amber, kick to the face. Out of nowhere. Went for the clothesline, nobody home. Both women trying to do anything it takes. Big power slam. What's Amber thinking? What can she do? What else can she throw at Ayumi? Maybe this. Belly-to-belly suplex. And into the cover. 1, 2, no. Both women have gone back and forth. Cover. Out of nowhere. 1, 2, no. And a leg drop finally connects. Amber again on the ropes. Ayumi now, no. From behind, big kick to the face. Can Ayumi hit whatever she's going for? Leg drop, no. Amber, no, missing that. Went for the kick, nobody there. From behind now, Amber with the half and half. Planting Ayumi with it. And now, Amber again. Is she going for the most overused move in virtual wrestling? No, she might be going for a brainbuster. No. Ayumi with a knee. Scissor into the turnbuckle. Ayumi, striker Sigma explosion. But she can't capitalize. I don't even think Ayumi knows where she is right now. Now she does. But has enough time has been taken. 1, 2, no. It took too much time to get to the pin. And Ayumi knows it. Oh, went for it again. Went for it again. Nobody home. Amber. Uh-oh. She's going to hit this move. She's hitting the pass. And she hits all of it. And Amber's fired up. Is she going to hit? Oh, she's going for a second one. She knows one isn't going to be enough. So she hits it a second time. But it took everything out of her. Arm over. Legs not hooked. 1, 2. Wait a minute. The foot's on the ropes. And the referee didn't see it. I don't even think Amber saw it. The ref didn't see it. The Amber didn't see it. But Ayumi's foot was clearly under on the rope. What? Can we get another replay of that, by the way? First off, amazing match. One of the best matches I've seen here on Wildcats this season. But it's going to be marred with an asterisk because of this finish. How this match ended. I don't think Amber knew that Ayumi's foot was on the rope. The referee clearly didn't see it because once the pin was done, she turned right around to ring the bell. Again, I'm hoping we can get a replay of it. Look at this. Striker Sigma explosion, but Ayumi couldn't capitalize. Went for it a second time, and then Amber. Look at this. Wham! Dropped her on her face. And then look at this. Here we go. Right here. Clearly looking at the shoulders. Can't see the foot on the rope. Turns around, doesn't see the foot on the rope after the bell. Amber, I don't think she has any idea that Ayumi's foot was on the rope. But as of right now, Amber Stevens is going to Revelations to face Megan Van Horne for the Goddess Championship.
Now let's go.
And the blood will dry underneath my nails, and the wind will rise up to fill my sails. So you can doubt and you can hate, but I know no matter what it takes, I'm coming home, I'm coming home. Tell the world I'm coming home. Let the rain wash away all the pain of yesterday. I know my kingdom awaits, and they've forgiven my mistakes. I'm coming home, I'm coming home. Tell the world I'm coming home.
Well, there you have it, folks. It's going to be at Revelations 10, the Rumble Roses match is coming back. And not only that, but the same rules for the Rumble Roses match is going to apply to Takedowns Rumble as well. And the winners of both Rumbles will earn title matches at the 13-year anniversary. Plus next episode, we're going to find out about the tag title situation. And we're gonna hopefully get some resolution. Right now, Shazine said the referee's decision is final. It is Amber Stevens and Megan Van Horne at Revelations. But right now, this is what we've been waiting for all night long. Eve Heron is here, and she promised to call out Akira Yukimura after what happened at Gateway to Heaven. If you don't remember how this whole saga started, Eve Heron defended the Wildcats title against Beatrix Decker at the 12-year anniversary show. And it was on that night that Akira, after being gone for almost 2 years after what happened at SWW's Divinity, returned to DCA and didn't go after Beatrix like many people thought, but she went after Eve and cost her the Wildcats title. And ever since, Eve has stated all she wants is Akira. She doesn't want a rematch for the belt, even though she feels like she deserves it. She wants Akira. And at Gateway to Heaven, she got plenty of Akira with a baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire. And now Eve is here to officially, properly call out the Dishonored. And I have no idea how this thing's gonna go. We might be in for a wild conclusion to this night, folks. This building may not last too much longer with both of these women in the ring. And the fans eagerly awaiting to hear from the pretty little psycho. Some cheers, some boos, as always, for Eve, but a legend nonetheless.
Last show, I did exactly what I wanted to do. Akira, you felt what it's like to be blindsided. No warning, no chance to brace yourself, just impact. And before anyone gets it twisted, that wasn't revenge. That was an introduction. Because I'm done pretending I don't deserve answers. You don't disappear for 2 years. You don't come back out of nowhere. And you definitely don't cost me the Wildcats championship without telling me why. Almost a year I carried that title. Almost a year I built that division around me. And the night it all comes crashing down, you choose me, not Beatrix, not the locker room, me. So, I want to know why. Was it personal? Was it planned? Or did you see me standing there with everything you never had and decide to take your shot the easy way? I'm not asking for an apology. I'm not asking for excuses. I'm asking for the truth. Because until I hear it from your mouth, that knee to my face, that's not the end of this. That was just the part where I stopped waiting.
Well, she's calling her out. And Akira said she was going to be here. A promise is a promise. And here comes the new TFF Universal Champion, the Dishonored Akira Yukimura. There she is. A woman who has to have a lot on her mind right now. If you haven't been seeing social media, I'd like to call it the Steel Blossom saga, the Steel Blossom chapter of the Akira Yukimura anthology. Akira and Zoe Remy back in A Matter of Pride 3, what many were calling the Cinderella story of the tournament. Hell, Akira even did something I didn't think she was going to do. She, in the middle of their quarterfinal match, ended up planting a kiss on Zoe. A good luck kiss, I guess. A heat of the moment kiss, I guess. I don't know. Akira hasn't said anything about it. They ended up getting screwed out of the semifinals thanks to Mirabel Duarte, the current LGBTKO champion. And Akira has felt like it's her fault that she let the team down. And you know what happened if you follow Zoe on social media. You know what happened to her parents, according to, thanks to one jackass that we won't name on this program. And Akira has not said anything about it since. But she's here tonight, not for Zoe, not for the LGBTKO Tag Team Championships, not for her TFF Universal title. She's here for Eve. And maybe we will finally find out why Akira attacked the pretty little psycho a few months back. This should be very interesting, to say the least. And you can feel the tension in the air between these two. If this doesn't come to blows, I'll be as shocked as any guy in North America right now. Or anywhere around the world for that matter.
The truth. That is what you were looking for? Well, the truth should have been obvious from the very beginning. Let me take everyone back. June of 2019, Unite Inception. It was supposed to be the biggest night of my career, but what did it turn into instead? A sideshow for your little friend Lacey. An embarrassment. But it was a lot more than that. After that, my personal and professional life took a tailspin. And as much as I wish I could blame Lacey for it, I said it then and I'll say it again. The only reason that glorified strip show happened on that show was because she was friends with you. You were the one who helped to get her that time. That time that was meant for me. You've had it out for me since the moment I got announced for that show, and I've held that inside until the time was right. So I decided to kill two birds with one stone. The business between myself and Trixie is one that will remain between us. But our business, it's just getting started. You make a habit out of ruining lives, ending careers in some cases. Well, I've done the same. Many say that you've been down a pathway to hell. So have I. Yes, I cost you your title, but you deserved far worse. Was this personal? Of course it was. Was it planned? For the last 7 years. You said that what you did to me was an introduction. Well, it's nice to meet you, Eve. Allow me to return the favor. My name is Akira Yukimura, the woman who will put the pretty little psycho out of her misery.
"7 years. That's how long you've been carrying this, Akira? 7 years of letting one night rot in your head until it started talking back to you. You call Unite Inception the moment that ruined your life. The moment everything fell apart. But here's the truth you keep dancing around. I didn't take anything from you. I didn't steal your spotlight. I didn't sabotage your career. And I certainly didn't make your world collapse after that show. You did. And instead of owning it, you built me into this monster in your mind so you'd have something to swing at. You said I've had it out for you since 2019. That I helped ruin your moment? Akira, until you drove your knee into my face, I had never thought about you, not once. While you were counting years, holding grudges, feeding these voices, I was winning championships. I was carrying divisions. I was becoming everything you thought that night was supposed to make you. You call me a demon, a reminder of your failures. But demons don't invent the truth. They just repeat it. If I haunt you, it's because every doubt, every mistake, every regret you hear already belonged to you. You planned this for 7 years? Fine. Then understand this. You didn't end me when you cost me the Wildcats championship. You just put yourself in my path. And now you don't get to run. You don't get to disappear again. You stand right here, look at me, and prove you're strong enough to silence me.
I'm not the only one with demons, Eve. The voices that I hear in my head, the doubts that haunt my every waking moment, you have them too. Why else did you do what you did to Cody after she made you bleed? Or what you did when Lacey was hurt? Or how about what happened with him? Oh yes, you want to get personal? Let's get personal. You don't need a therapist for me to know what your diagnosis is, Evelyn. Hell, I don't even need mine to help me tell you. Because you and I are just alike. We hear the voices in our head telling us to hurt, telling us that we're not good enough, that this world rejects us, that we're monsters in a world full of humans, gods in a world full of mortals. You're so afraid of being alone, of being rejected. For so long, people have told me to embrace the ones that care about me, that I should stop pushing them away. And maybe they're right. But you, that terrifies you. You said you were carrying divisions, winning championships, but those were never career validations. Those were personal validations. Because you need them to feel satisfied in a life that never gets much satisfaction anymore. Even your friendship with Heather Ray is only just a cover for your own personal shortcomings. The voices don't stop. They're only muffled for a short little while. I know that firsthand. You want me to prove that I'm strong enough to stop you? It wouldn't be the first time someone called me weak. You want me to prove that I'm strong enough to stop you? It wouldn't be the first time someone called me weak. もし彼らがあなたのことを忘れてしまったとしたら、そもそもあなたは何も記憶に残るようなことをしていなかったということだ。But I'm a different woman now. We both have demons that need to be silenced. I'm not Amber Reed, and you're not Bad Amy. But we are the necessary evil that will remind us of who we should really be in this cold and twisted world. So, to make a long story short, I'm not running. I'm not disappearing. I'm doing what most wouldn't, because I only have one thing left to lose. and I'm willing to put it on the line to slay what you say are the demons in my head. So, since I started this, I should be the one to lay it out. Eve Heron, Akira Yukimura. Revelations 10. Oh, and Evelyn, do me a favor. If you don't silence those voices for that night, I won't silence mine either.
So you think you've got me all figured out. You think because you hear noise in your head that you understand what lives in mine. You're right about one thing. I do hear them. But here's where you get it wrong, Akira. Mine don't doubt me. They don't hesitate. They don't whine. They don't need someone to tell them what's right. They tell me what needs to be done. When someone makes me bleed, they remind me not to forget it. When someone gets hurt, they remind me who survives and who doesn't. That's not sickness. That's clarity. That's power. That's what separates us from, well, everyone else. You say championships were personal validation. They were proof. Proof that every instinct I trusted was right. Proof that I didn't imagine my hunger, my violence, my need to win. I didn't carry divisions because I was afraid to be alone. I carried them because nobody else could. Because if I stopped, everything else would stop too. You want to talk about monsters? Monsters hide. Monsters disappear for 2 years and rot in their own guilt. Monsters need names for the things they feel so they don't have to take responsibility for them. I never hid. I never ran. I never apologized for what I am. You say Heather is a cover. No, she's a choice. The difference between you and me is that when I let someone stand beside me, it's because I allow it, not because I'm afraid of what happens when I'm alone. You want to silence demons? I don't. I want to let them breathe. I want to see what happens when you stop pretending you're fighting yourself and realize you're fighting me. No rules, no time limits. Revelations 10. This isn't about slaying anything, Akira. It's about surviving me. If you don't silence your voices that night, neither will I. And when the dust settles, one of us is going to be broken. One of us is going to regret ever stepping into this ring. And trust me, Akira, it won't be me.
I'm ready to go, I'm taking chances, sipping less from champagne glasses. Gotta have you, I'm moving closer, I won't take no for an answer. You're looking crazy, you're looking wrong, it looks like we're gonna get along. Yeah, once I've got you, it's a fact, baby, there's no turning back. Make me impressed.
Eve!
Make me.
You're right. You may not regret stepping into the ring with me, but I will make sure that if I don't survive you, I'm going to drag you down with me. Where the last thing you hear before the end will be my name. Akira Yukimura.
Ladies and gentlemen, I can't believe I'm about to say these words, but at Revelations, for the first time ever, it is the dishonored Akira Yukimura versus the pretty little psycho Eve Heron